right there. Let's hit heat 2. Heat 3, get in there. Jerry Gurney, Gage Bone. 9, 8, 7, 6. Somebody give me pocket pistols.
Man, he's on.
Where's Shane Sullivan? Come on up, Shane.
Whoa.
How about
Right in there.
and where's our winner? Reynolds.
Watch out for this.
Tristan Rennie, where are you at?
I'm trying to keep him.
Tristan.
Whoa! Oh man!
This is Jerry Gurney right here. Out of Oak. Zach Lewis.
Oh my!
Feeling so good. Sky's so big right now. Make some noise for Sky. Sky just outside Seattle, both of Washington. Lip tap bands. Good silver. Charlie Bone.
You can tell that by now he's in first.
He's wearing heavy wheels. He's trucks. Finger flipping at the tail. Kid. There you go. Get some out of him. Yeah, come on, Heath. We got 2 heats left to pro. 45 seconds. What do you say about Cologne?
Hi, my name is Blair. I want to give you a little lesson on editing. I put together this piece on skateboarding, and I want to show you a little bit about how I assembled it. First off, this area, I shouldn't go through the program too much right here, but this area is the individual clip that I'm working on, and this area over here is what it looks like as an assemblage. So when I click play, it plays through this side over here. The sounds are coming through as you build them. So to quickly tell you how I did this, I took about 25 clips with the video and the audio, and I dumped them in side by side all the way along. So all the video is on one track. All the audio is on one track. Then I took a transition. I took a cross dissolve and I dumped it right in between each of these video clips here. Let me show you, let me zoom into that a little bit better. You can see what that looks like. And here's where the two join, and the cross dissolve is right between the two of them. So I dumped it on there and it splits it. So the dissolve gives you the transition from one to the other without it being an overlap. If you do an overlap, then you have an overlap of the sound. Sometimes that's important, but in this case I wanted the sound to be consistent all the way through. I didn't want to break it up and have one over the other one. Now the background sounds in this event here had a lot of music in it, and the crowd noises and everything that were on there were really good, but I didn't want the background music from the rock music that's being played here to be the sounds in the background consistently, because they kept changing the tracks. So as I'd be going on, I'd be going from one music sound to another music sound to another music sound, and that sounds really choppy. But I didn't want to lose the enthusiasm of the crowd. So what I did here is I laid out, let's lay this all out again here, the audio in 3 different tracks. So the audio track right here, I toned it down just a little bit, and then I've got a music track that I brought in that's the same length as the whole production. And that was kind of a high tempo piece that I put together that, in my opinion, matches the enthusiasm of the event. So what I did, though, I wanted really to hear the crowd. Let me expand this here. I wanted to hear the crowd at certain points. I wanted to hear it consistently, but there'd be highlights. Like right here, I took the sound from the audio and I brought it up and then brought it back down, and you'll hear why. So there was a little bit of a cheer in the background that I wanted to emphasize. Now I kept the noise level of the music down just a little bit so that it didn't overwhelm it. I wanted there to be a blending of the two sounds. But I had to be very careful. All the way through on the audio tracks from the clips, I would bring it up when there was a good enthusiasm sound. Like, here's another one over here. I'll fast forward up to this one. You can hear the enthusiasm here. So there was somebody in the background that shouted, and I wanted to bring that through. But if I kept the audio track all the way high throughout the whole thing, then the background music would have come through and the continuity of the sound would have been disrupted. Now finally, I said I put 3 audio tracks in here, and at the very end right here, you can see I dropped in just a little bit of an audio track. I've got the main sound, which I tapered down. I've got the main music, which I tapered down. But there was a point here where this skateboarder went to his knees, and because it was the final moment of this whole production, I wanted that final sound to have a little bit of emphasis. So listen to the way I did this. So he's skating, he goes in the air, still skating, not quite there yet, on his knees. So I took that little bit of a drum beat, I grabbed it from in here, I cut it out, dropped it in there, and then I faded it out quickly. So it just had one beat right at the right spot. So you can add emphasis to your work by finding bits of the music and just cutting a small section and copying it and dropping it in. You can have the same music, and then, you know, when somebody hits the ground, you can have a drum beat or a cymbal crash or whatever you choose, and that will add emphasis through the music. So anyway, that's some of the basic editing that I like to do here, and stay tuned for the next episode of Your Education.